Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you're now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Oh, welcome back, guys. Hope all is well. The AK Update, episode 50, bringing new news, topics, overreactions, hot takes, and our weekly reads and watches. With me this week is the usual. Guys, firstly, I'm back. I know I wasn't here last week. The illness bug caught me slipping, but I'm alive and well and excited for this one. Talk to them, guys. How you guys been doing?
Yo, we're back again. Back like we never left. But yeah, we're good. It's been a long week. Glad it's over. And always happy to talk with the lads, you know?
What's up, everyone? Episode 50, halfway to a century. But I hope you had a good week and lots of interesting topics this time.
Yeah, man.
No, I forgot it was the big 5-0.
50 is crazy, isn't it?
50. 2 weeks away from a whole year doing this, you know? Consistency. Hold on, boys.
Well
We made
done,
it.
man. This is our best run. This is like LeBron James averaging a triple-double or something. Like, this is an MVP performance.
It's facts. Ronaldo in the Champions League, man. We're doing it.
For real. Absolute scenes. Yes, guys. It's good to be back, like I said, and we're going to start our proceedings with some news. So, Dan, would you like to take away, please?
Okay, so first one I wanted to talk about is Crunchyroll have released their schedule for the spring season, and even though personally I don't care about Crunchyroll, I just thought it's nice to get a look at what might be coming out and then some of the shows that could be of interest. So I'll just do some of the highlights. So we have Spice and Wolf. If you know about Spice and Wolf, then you already know that's going to be a great time. It's a reboot of a very well-loved series, and I think if you haven't watched it before, this is a good way to get into the series. Let's see. There's also Bartender Glass of God. That looks interesting. A series about a guy who owns a bar and then some of the customers who come through. You have the popular manhwa Windbreaker that's getting an anime. You got the season 3 of Laid Back Camp. This is like an anime just about girls who love camping. Some of the different campsites they go to. Very popular. This had a movie as well. Let's see what else is there. Jobless Reincarnation, even though, I don't know, after that first half of season 2, they're going to have to do a lot of hard work to, I guess, win me back anyway. Let's see. Kaiju number 8. I know, Ed, you're hyped for that.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And the last one I mentioned, and Konosuba.
Konosuba, yes, sir.
Yeah, so there's more shows, but those are just a few I wanted to highlight for the guys.
Is there anything standing out for you guys for the spring season? Because there's like 2 for me, but I want to hear from you, man. What's tickling your fancy?
I mean, Konosuba definitely. And Slime.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 are the ones I'm most interested in. Kaiju no 8. I'm excited, but I'm a bit worried because of the character designs I saw. But they can change it up, so I'll be there, but we'll see how it goes. But definitely 2 I'm most excited about is Konosuba and Slime.
What scares you about the character designs? Because I saw them and they looked fine to me, but I have no experience of Kaiju number 8.
Yeah, they looked fine. It's not something like that drastically different. That's like, what is this? But I just felt, when you have, I don't even want to call it headcanon, because I've literally obviously read the manga, but the main character in the manga, Kafka, does not look like this. It does not look the same in my eyes. But that might just me being nitpicky for the series I love. So it just didn't look, what I expected him to look like. In my head, it had a bit more muscle to him.
Yeah. When I said he was a bit dentures. He went to the gym, I respect it.
He just looks like a skinny guy with a big head. It's weird.
Big head is crazy.
But apart from that, to be fair, the other characters look pretty cool. I think, what else? I think it was something else. I think it was a guy that I thought was a lot more I think they removed his Menelin a little bit, which I wasn't too happy about. But yeah,
we hate to see it. What about you, Dan?
So I think from stuff that I haven't read, Sound Euphonium season 3, that should be good. And I think Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. I'm not sure what it's about, but I think that's like literally the only shows that I haven't, apart from the Bartender one and Duke of Death and His Maid season 3. Those are the only shows where I haven't read the manga, so I'm looking forward to those. So yeah, should be good. Again, with Jobless, I just really don't care, but I'll see what they're gonna do. And then
what's that
about Slime would
Jobless?
be good, actually.
What's Jobless?
The one with the paedophile, Rudy.
That one. That's crazy. I thought he went to prison.
That's wild. They're still making that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, but yeah, they're gonna try to do some rubbish, but we'll see. They're trying to hype it. They're like, oh yeah, this is the best arc. We'll be the judge that. We'll be the judge.
They're trying to get bombs and seats. They're like, hey, please guys, please come and watch our show. We're saving the best to last. I promise you. If you just trust us, bro, you have to earn trust. Earn trust.
Not while Slime's here. I'm so sorry.
Absolute scenes.
The elite one is here. I was going to ask you actually, Rajal, before I move on, what do you think is the best? I think I was talking with Daniel last time. I don't know if it was on the actual update or afterwards, but what do you think is the best isekai?
Best isekai of all, like in general?
Yeah, that you've watched, obviously.
That's crazy because I haven't watched a lot of isekais. I actually avoided that genre.
That's why I realized I didn't watch that much, but out of the ones I watched, because most of them are just repetitive, innit?
Yeah.
But
I will say Jobless season 1. Because that was elite. I'm trying to think off the top of my head isekais that I have watched.
Digimon.
True. True. Isekai is not my genre. I can't even lie to you. Isekai is not my genre. Like, I won't say I'm not a fan, but like you said, because of how repetitive it tends to be, I've never been someone that's like, obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you, Re:Zero, even though I hated a lot, Re:Zero is not a bad anime. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is technically an isekai of sorts.
Is it reverse isekai?
Yeah. So, and that one is pretty elite. But apart from that, actually, OG one. No, I lied. OG one. I swear Log Horizon was an isekai.
That's what I said. I haven't finished it. I only want to watch it.
OG Log Horizon was my first isekai. That was elite. That first fantasy world. Like, I loved the like gaming kind of elements of, like the complex society game, all of that. It's sick. That was a very good one. But apart from that, my experiences are low.
Hey, you forgot Sword Art Online, man.
True, I did. Now they're all coming out of the.
But do you watch Slime as well?
I've never watched Slime.
That
is the weirdest thing. And the crazy thing is, I know a lot of people talk about how good it is, and I know it's good, but I've never taken the time to watch it, and I think it's mainly because I missed out on it when it first got released, and then I was like, I don't really want to catch up. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but do you know when something is ahead, I just it's gone.
I feel you.
But it's definitely maybe one day.
Fair enough.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. Daniel's choice was Digimon, mine was Slime.
Yeah.
And it was just Log Horizon, I guess. Yeah.
That's solid choices. Solid choices.
Yes.
I'll quickly say my ones that I want kind of anticipating for 2024. Black Butler, just because I've heard good things, and I've heard this kind of similar flavor profile with Death Parade, and I really love Death Parade, and just having like in-depth conversations about troubled kind of souls that are wandering in to a bar, and he's able to conversate, pour them a drink. It sounds like a good time. I'm not gonna lie to you, it just sounds like a good vibe, but we'll see.
I need to change my point of view from that series because I think, let me not say the fans, because there has to be some weird people, put me off because they ship the two main characters. I'm guessing the two main characters. And since then, I was like, yeah, you will not see me in that series. You have to interact with those kind of people.
See, people can actually put you off anime.
An adult and a child, I was like, yeah, miss me with that, bro.
That is crazy.
I think I swear it's a vampire or something as well. It's like, that's an adult, 1,000 years old. It's like, yeah, sorry, I will not be there. But I bet it's really popular though, so
yeah.
Let me know how it goes.
I definitely will. We can just move on to the next piece of news if that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. This one should be just a short one. I saw. I haven't seen this film, but Dune is doing a collaboration with Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom. And I just thought that was kind of cool that this Dune seems like it's a very popular. I know it's got the book. I know the films are pretty popular too.
Yeah.
And now they're doing a collaboration with an anime series, which I think is also pretty popular too. So I guess it just shows. I think we might be seeing more of these collaborations. I think they've happened before, but always nice to see. So yeah, shout out to the collab.
It was a great movie.
Either.
So
I'm gonna watch it. I'll hopefully watch it tomorrow or Sunday night, because being sick stopped me from watching the first week.
Oh, I was eager.
Bro, I was ready. Bags packed.
Opening day, bro.
Opening day.
Yeah.
Wow. And everybody, I remember people just messaging, oh, it's good. I'm like, I'm in bed, man. What do you mean it's good? Don't tell me
I'm
that.
suffering. What do you mean?
Don't tell me that.
But yeah, I'm glad it's getting the shine. It's good. So more of this, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Last piece of news then?
Nope, that's news done.
That's news done. Oh, well, all good. All good. I was too eager. Yeah, that was some good news that really got conversation flowing. Really enjoyed that. Appreciate you, Daniel, for bringing them to the table.
No worries.
In regards to the next topic to go through, I want to quickly do my overreaction, underreaction. This one
needs to give you some counseling. It seems. I don't know what's going on.
This is why I wanted to go next. This is why I wanted, because I was like, I know that they would have read it. They would have read it whenever they read it and said, "Wow, is Joe all right? Was it?" And the funny thing is, as soon as I thought about it, I wrote this down, in the full raw emotions. I didn't let it settle. I didn't change it. I didn't edit it. I was like, dude, I could word this better. Make it look. But I was like, no. So the overreaction is, low-key pissed off when I see talented kids. Am I just a hater?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you context. I was sitting down. I was on Insta. 2 kids popped up. And the talent levels, the way they were playing the bass guitar and guitar, and bro, I said, you're barely 3 years old. You're looking like you were just born 2 days ago. You're a baby. You're actually, and it was like they were telling me, "Rah, get your talent up." It's like they were having that conversation. Like they were too free with it. They were enjoying it too much. And I was putting the conversations, obviously lighthearted. Putting the comment section, and comment section was like, time to give away my guitar. Does anybody need a spare bass guitar? I don't need it anymore. That was the context. But in realness, I feel like kids are more talented now more than ever. Or are we just seeing more of them more prevalent because of socials and that? Because bro, every 2 seconds I'm seeing a next kid who's breaking some sort of record, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. As well. I think it's probably because of the social media, I can't lie. But I have a question though. Were the kids Asian?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Because I will never forget this quote. I don't know who like the originator is for. It's like, wherever you're doing, just know there's an Asian kid who's better than you at it.
Shall I tell you the truth? That quote was in the comment section with the top comment liked and pinned.
Because I was having this conversation before. I think it's just like the kind of mentality and the support, or people say support, but I see some people from the Asian community say like it wasn't that good because they were kind of forced into it.
Yeah.
But I think the kind of how they're raised, because they're so talented. You see like 5-year-olds playing piano, like Your Line April kind of things, because they're kind of pressured into it. But the kind of skills people have from a young age is impressive, man. And yeah. And I bet the way you, because I was thinking the way you're feeling like that is probably because of the way you're brought up. African and Caribbean parents, I was like, do they have two heads?
I'm finished.
Yeah. Those people that are doing it, do they have two heads? Why can't you? Is that kind of
Why
mentality?
can't you? 100%. 100%.
Maybe I tell my mom like I want to play piano, she's like, oh, that's how you want to waste your life. See, it's just contradictory. But I think we're just seeing the social media now. We're just seeing kids, because I'll be seeing kids from the favelas playing football better than most people in my football club. So, yeah, I think it's just the internet. But being jealous of kids is still kind of wild there, Rachel.
I was hating. I was a big hater. I don't know. I felt bad. Obviously, like I was, guys. I'm just gonna tell listeners. I need you to know. I didn't think I was a good person when I was doing this. Like I had no moral high ground. I was really disappointed in myself. But even in that disappointment, I still had those feelings. Like it was still there. Like I was, you know what I mean? And they're real feelings. Just know that I'm very transparent and I'm going to tell you these things so you guys can know. And maybe you guys, it resonates with you. And if it resonates with you, let us know in the comment section. What skill sets have you seen kids have that has just pissed you off? Because you don't have it.
Basketball players, kids that can play basketball, piss me off sometimes.
They just be dribbling.
I want that skill. I'm not able to have handles like that. But then again, after a second, no, this guy didn't have the opportunity and move on. Yeah. What about you, Daniel? Do you have your hating bone in you?
No, not over this kind of stuff. I'm being very honest. When I read this the first time, I was just
What was your true feelings? Now, when you saw it, what was
taken aback? I was really taken aback. I was just like, why would you say this? I was just thinking like, well, I don't understand. But yeah, it's just confusion. Are you a hater? Yes, and I don't really understand why you're angry.
That's a good question. I have to go and reflect on myself. The thing is, I did give my support, because in the end, it was still very impressive, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I sent it to my mum. I was like, Mum, you see these kids?
That's but do you think they just got given the guitar and they were playing it? They have to practice to do that.
I'm saying it was natural. They woke up and they was able to do it. They did not practice a day in their life.
No, but it wasn't natural. Let's be guided. You don't just wake up and do stuff.
The only way I'm going to be able to sleep tonight is if I know it's natural.
No, but that's making you angry. So how's that helping you sleep?
It really isn't. I'm just suffering.
Breaking you down with logic right now.
I know.
Like, come on. I think the only, like, it doesn't really make me angry, but I just like when I see people speak other languages, I'm like, that's something I would like to be able to do. I don't think it makes me angry, but I think it's a necessary skill, and I think it would be nice to have. So I think that's probably the closest I'll be able to relate, because I think obviously, because when your parents aren't from here and then you can only speak English, it's just like kind of feels a bit incomplete. But yeah.
I hear that.
Oh yeah.
I actually hear that.
Heavy on that. So you can't speak your native language? I grew up in England, bruv. They didn't teach me this.
Legit.
Why are you blaming me, bruv? So I feel that.
Oh my days. Yeah, that's my my little overreaction. The rawness, the realness.
Definite overreaction. But
I knew I was hating. I put, am I a hater? I should have said yes, I am. Just
at least
right
you're
next to that.
self-reflecting is good. It's good.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
True.
that.
That's true.
Moving on to the main topic of interest. I'm not sure who wrote this down. Oh, it's Daniel. So Daniel, would you slide through?
No, it must be like a different Daniel because you
Must
don't
be
know who
different.
wrote it
That's
down, right?
crazy. That's crazy. A different Daniel. Daniel.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, I think Ed was bringing up to me about like the animators coming up, and I saw the Jujutsu Kaisen animators coming out speaking about their situation, and I was also on YouTube literally yesterday, and I seen this video from one of the animators, 49 minutes long, just talking about her experience working on the show, the deadlines, and I was just like, oh, this is actually quite interesting, and I watched it today, and I was like, wow, you get like a good dive into like what it's like working on the show, the difference between, because she says she only does anime on the side because the pay is literally so bad and the conditions
Horrendous.
compared to working on a Western show where, like, just for an example, I think in anime they get paid per cut, and it's like the lowest she was getting paid is £13, and then the highest was like 53 per cut. And if they only get like 5 cuts, that's not really a lot of money. Whereas with American, well, on the Western side, they get paid per second, where if it's like the length of how much they're doing, and also they get increases and depending on how complex the cut they're doing as well. So I think it was a really interesting, it was only part one, but I thought that video was really interesting, and it kind of showed like the pitfalls of like what the animators in Japan have to face, and it kind of made me feel really bad for the people who have to do it. I mean, we already knew about it, but yeah, it was bad, man.
It was crazy because the difference, £100 per second compared to £50 per cut. And that cut can take you hours, days. It was wild to me when I was watching it, but yeah. But I think what she was basically just like the kind of compassion we have to show to these people, because obviously without them, we're not getting our favorite series, but the kind of reaction some anime fans have because like their hair is not as dark as they want it to be. It's always going to be ridiculous to me, but yeah, they're going through it, man. I know she said like it was not even supposed to be like this is how bad this specific animation studio is, but it's terrible. It's terrible, and the kind of tight scheduled. I think that's the one that shocked me the most, that they have to do it, because as you're sending one off, then you have to do another one, and you have to like send as you finish. So I finished this one. Then you have to, it gets sent back to you for corrections as well, because you do it, send it off, then they correct it, send it back to you to fix the corrections, and it's just like a constant. And this is like a part-time job for her because she can't even do it full-time. She's doing another job. She's going to bed late and everything. It's like, yeah. I'm sure like most people, like for example, it's like animation was like, oh, I wouldn't mind to, like, if I had a chance to pivot into that kind of career of like do the animation for Japanese studio. But after seeing this, you would never catch me there. It's away from my memory because it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
Yeah, I just want to say that she articulated herself very well. Great video, gave a lot of depth to obviously her experience, and she also made sure to clarify that she can't generalize. She can only speak from her experience, and did a great job of showcasing that. I did pick up on one very interesting thing that kind of got me thinking. Given how vague that, when she talked on the topic of how like barriers to entry getting into the industry, given how vague and the process is, and there's no direct process to get these kind of jobs, could that also be an indication of why the industry is so not well run? Because I've always tend to believe if a process to enter something is very vague, very loose. On the back end, on the other end, they're able to get away with a lot of other things just because it's like, smoke and mirror. You can't really see the whole thing properly. And when she was saying that, I just thought that was very, very interesting, that there's no really direct path. And she just got emailed. It was like, connection of a connection. I'm following you on Twitter, Are you interested in this, that? And then that's when the opportunity for her to work on some of these shows, which she's worked on a couple, that came about. So what do you man think? Do you think that is also a reason?
Yeah, I think so. I think lack of structure is probably, it's not really formalized, like she said, like man just reached out over, I think it was email or Twitter, because he saw their work. And I think the lack of standards is really hurting, because people just do, depending on the studio, they just do what they want. I think the conditions vary from studio, although like I think it's just universal that everyone is overworked. And then obviously the hierarchy with the production, if they don't put enough time and they don't have enough money, that's when you get into these situations. So even I think Mappa is a studio that should be able to manage itself a lot better, but they take on so many projects, which is probably why they never have the time, because they clearly, I think they definitely have the money and they've got the connections to get the good animators. But yeah, it's not I think the way it's going, it's probably not gonna it's not very sustainable. I don't really see like 5 years from now, if things don't improve, we'd still get the same level of output and quality.
It's not a job that people will want to do if more people keep coming out with like the kind of experience. And like what she did, it's not like she's coming out like, I'm gonna expose this guy. It's just like a genuine experience. The more people, like, I want to just like, for someone who's like coming out from maybe uni or just has that kind of skill, I mean, looking at this, like the first thing I'm gonna do is just like make sure I build connections to have animations in the Western world. I am not going anywhere close to anime at all. So I feel like it's not sustainable at all. And unfortunately, we might get reduced kind of shows that we love because there's just no structure, there's no sustainability, there's no care for the people who are working.
Yeah, legit. In the video, you could see, especially when she showed a lot of clips of her. I think it was a smart thing for her to record some of the experience she had during the process. So doing those kind of self vlog style thing, that was very, very intelligent. A good way, obviously, to reflect on your situation. Good way to get more insight in like your feelings. You can dialogue stuff, because we're, as human beings, especially in high emotional moments, we're very liable to be very forgetful, or forget the nuance of the situation and some of the important aspects, like just disappear from our minds, and we'll be just recalling how we felt and stuff like that. So like that was very smart. But you could actually see in moments, like especially when she was like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Bro, she was giving up sleep. She actually has a full-time job. This is like supposed to be she's supposed to be her something on the side, earn extra money. Obviously, she has an interest in anime and she has a passion for anime, so she wants to, work towards see how far she can go in that aspect. And she's given up sleep, and she can't plan it into her life. That seeing that she looks like somebody who's very well scheduled and stuff. Seeing that she already had a schedule and stuff like that, it went overlapped and couldn't fit it in. That's crazy. And you just see how that hurt her. She's like, oh my days. And I can't imagine how like that would have felt, like she said. And it really hit home. And just to kind of repeat what she said, like, we need to have empathy for people who are in any part of the animation process. Yeah, man. I'm not sure if you man have any other thoughts on that vid.
No, that's it.
No, but I'm looking forward to part 2.
Yeah.
Do you know, I looked for it straight away. I was like, where's part
Same.
2? I was like,
It's been a month.
I'm
What
looking.
is going on?
That's what I was
She's probably
thinking.
busy. Doing this.
Books, I'm busy, man.
Hey, free her, please, free her. She deserves. We deserve part 2, and she deserves to be able to do other stuff with her time.
But she has no free time, bro. Just terrible.
Zero, like, and that it was doing numbers. So I know we'll get part 2. I know we'll get part 2. Moving on to our weekly reads and watches.
Where come on, say it right, love.
Weekly readers
Yes.
and our watches, where we discuss all the entertainment we consumed during the week, whether that was on screen or by taking in words. Who would like to go first with what they watched and read this week?
I think you should go first.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Oh, I'll go first then. Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely stuff. So, what did I watch and read? I watched the first episode of Shogun, new Disney Plus show, one of the most highly rated coming out like series in a while. A lot of up and coming actors. You don't really have a lot of established actors in it. Very good first episode intro to the series. A lot of people enjoy it. It's very lengthy though. It's very lengthy, but world development wise goes crazy. The acting so far very elite. Like you legit watch it and it really encompasses like your world. Like you forget where you are. You feel like you're you're with them. You're there. But yeah, very enjoyable. And I can't wait to see what they do in the upcoming weeks. I think it's week to week, and I'm like 3 episodes behind. So this weekend, on top of Dune, I'll be watching that. Also started a new series. It's not a K-drama because it's not Korean. I think it's a Chinese. I think it's a Chinese drama. But oh my days, Amidst the Snowstorm of Love. This one, I'll tell you now, I'm never going to finish it. It's impossible.
Never?
Bro, it's impossible. Bro, already, so the episodes are 45 minutes plus.
Mm-hmm.
There's already 30 episodes. And they're still coming, and it's still coming out. And it's still releasing.
Yeah.
Impossibility. But I'm not gonna lie to you. The first episode banged so much, I watched 4 more. And here we are. I'm going to watch this, and I know that, bro, I'm going to watch it in a week. Well, technically 2 weeks.
45 minutes.
Technically 2. It was when I was ill. It was when I was ill at home.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
Time.
I had time on my hand. I was just in bed, and I saw this show, and I was like, yeah, so we'll see. It might be my new affliction. It might be, you never know.
New affliction.
That's an affliction.
You just never know. Yeah, but that's what I watched. No reading this week, unfortunately.
Okay, fair.
Who wants to go next?
I guess I'll go next. Mine's easy. After my discussion with Daniel last week, I decided to follow him. Just to let you guys know, I have a situation where I watch too many things at the same time, leave it, try to binge it, and have too much to binge, and I get overwhelmed and leave it anyway. And never get forward, never move forward in my watch list. So I was like, you know what? Something has to change. And I've said to just watch one series to completion before I move on to the next one, or read one series to completion before I move on to the next one. And the one I've decided to do first was Free Rem. And yeah, man, it's been a journey so far. I haven't watched that much because of work and everything, but the fact I watched 5 episodes of the same series in a week.
Good man.
Wow. That is
You're a different guy
crazy.
now. You're a different guy.
I'm a different guy, bro. Do you know the only series that's done this since in years is Dragon Ball because I was binging it, and that's because it was like the winter break. But now I'm working, I'm watching 5 episodes of the same series in 1 week. Improvements, but I might go back to my heydays, you know, the Bleach and One Piece and Naruto heydays.
Prime Ed.
But yeah, Free Reign's been really good. Episode 7 now, and yeah, I think just finding out more about Free Reign. I think she's just an amazing character, to be fair. And yeah, we're dealing with demons now, so that'll be interesting. Stark might be my favorite character apart from Free Reign. Because he's funny, makes me laugh, and yeah, I think his introduction and his story is just really interesting. To be fair, I can speak about every single character that we've come across, really. The whole heroes that we don't know what else anymore. I love how they use Hanno's like kind of passing as a timer. It's like 28 years after his death. It's pretty cool. Shows how important he is, especially to Furin as a character. But it's 7 episodes in. And I've seen excuse me, I've seen like clips or things getting interesting and crazy later. And I'm enjoying it at episode 7. So I know I'm in for a ride. So I'm glad that this is the first one I chose. I think for my reading, I'm only just getting back into my Kaiju no 8. That's the reading I've decided to do, but I've not really gone to it like that yet. So I'm just reading old chapters of what I forgot. But yeah, my main one's Fearing, and it's been a journey, man. I'm glad you guys told me about it. But yeah.
Elite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Glad you're enjoying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my turn. So, as I was mentioning last week to Ed, I was regretting my anime break, but I don't regret it. It was nice to take a break for a month. So I've been in catch up mode. So a few updates on the manga reading side. I will not elaborate, but Oshinoko is dropped. I will not elaborate.
Wait,
I will not elaborate. I will not elaborate.
Okay,
So,
I respect that. I thought it was fake.
yes. No, it's done.
That's crazy.
Certain events happened in the recent chapter. I said if a certain event happened, then it drops, and it happened. So I said, cool, we're moving on to bigger and better things.
Amen.
So yes,
damn.
So that was a big one. Been reading Arte, having a great time. But what I wanted to talk about was Sengoku Yoko. It's this anime that's been airing this winter season, and I think it's been really good. I think underwatched. Not many people are talking about it. Watched episodes 6 to 10, and they just came and hit me with a punch to the stomach when I wasn't expecting it. And I think the story's been getting really interesting, and the animation visuals are very cool too. I think it's only 10 episodes out right now. It's going to be 37 in total. So if you want to tap in, I'd advise you to tap in now because we're only getting started.
I'd love to see it. I might have to tap in, but like you heard, I'm already fighting a 30 episode series at the moment. That is, it's going to beat me up.
Yeah. Let's not put too much on the plate.
Don't be like me. New leaf, so you probably won't catch me for a while. Yeah.
Reformed.
Okay.
Reformed. Hey man, who wants to close us out?
Okay. This was episode 50 of the AK Update. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, you can find us on the socials. I mean, if you've been here before, you see them on the screen and in the description. Make sure you follow, interact, leave a comment, ask us questions on what you want to see next, and you'll catch us in the next update or in the next podcast episode. So as always, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.